with two first names. It's Brad Paul, everybody.
All right, I'd like to start off by telling you a little bit about myself. I am 27 years old. I wouldn't say I'm quite at that midlife crisis stage yet, but I'm still a little freaked out about turning 30 in a few years, and I think that's normal for someone my age, right? And I was talking with my parents, and I told them that if something bad were to happen to me, that when I'm gone, I would want to be cremated because it would be the closest thing that I would ever get to being roasted by my family and friends. So, about a year ago, I made a profile on christianmingle.com, just like every other guy would, you know, because I wanted to find God's match for me. Though he wasn't able to help, but hey, thank God I'm an atheist, right? So then I decided to try speed dating for the first time about 2 months ago. I would highly recommend it to anyone who hasn't tried it before. It's a good way to go meet new people. It did cost me $60 though, which might be a lot to some people, but I'll tell you this, it's a great time-efficient way of getting rejected by 10 girls in one night. I tell you, it's great. But another thing, if you're like me, if you can get through a whole 7 minutes of talking to a girl without her getting up and walking away from you, count that as a win 100% of the time, every single time. There's no shame in that. So, I just like to say that I love coming to rooms here, or just any comedy club in general. I think it's a great place to go with your family and friends and have a few laughs. And I came here early tonight before the show because I wanted to visit with some people, you know, and have a good time. And well, you know what they say, it's always better to come early than not at all. I know, right? You look like you know what I'm talking about. How are you doing? Can I ask you a question? On an average week, how much porn would you say you watch?
Well, I'd say more than you.
Fair answer, honest answer. I probably watch 1 or 2 times a week. Now that's not too much, right? I'm not a huge fan of porn parodies though. I'm not sure if you are, but I just, right, like there's, I don't know. I find that there's not a lot of thought or effort put into them, right? I'm not even going to go into like how bad and horrible the acting is, because that's just another story. But also, if I'm going to watch porn, I want something with a little creativity and a little heart, you know? I think that's what any guy wants, right? Like, think of, like if Martin Scorsese directed a porn, right? I would watch that, because he's a great director, you know? Think of the movie The Departed. That is a great movie if you haven't seen it yet. It has Matt Damon, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Jack Nicholson. I mean, who wouldn't want to see those guys going at it, right? Well, on second thought, maybe not Jack Nicholson, but the other two. Now, as a straight man myself, I know it's hard to believe by looking at me, but I am straight. As a straight man myself, I have no problem saying that those are two great-looking guys. Well, I'd like to take a minute to talk about something a little bit more serious, though. I'd like to talk about euthanasia. Up until about 6 years ago, but up until about 6 years ago, I always heard people talking about this like it was a horrible, horrible thing, and they would just go on and on about how bad it is, and I just didn't understand. And I started to think, you know, is it because there's a higher crime rate among euthanasia? Is there a higher unemployment rate among euthanasia? You know, maybe they're just uneducated over there. Or maybe it just could be that there's simply a higher rate of teen pregnancy among euthanasia. I don't know, I just didn't know what they were talking about, and it bugged the shit out of me. But then someone told me what it actually meant, and, well, to be honest, I felt a little embarrassed. So I started to rethink some things, you know, and, you know, because I felt a little bad. And I thought to myself, just because they might be a little uneducated, it doesn't mean we should be killing these kids. We should be helping and supporting them, just like any parent would. You know? So anyways, lately I have thought about becoming a full-time mohel. Now, for anyone who does not know what a mohel is, it's the person who cuts the baby's foreskin off at circumcision. Now, I've looked into it. The pay is absolute shit, but I get a lot of tips. So, that's my time, everyone. It's been an oral pleasure chatting with you this evening, so thank you very much.
Go for Brad Paul, everybody.